But I have a commander that I'm interested in. It's this guy. I know we've talked about it.
Oh, right. Yes, yes.
Mhm. This is the one that kind of just like gives you double ETB, but like you kind of need sack outlets. I mean, I guess you could just kind of play it as like he's kind of just like a value card that if your creatures die, like they kind of have like double ETB. Definitely want to play some sack outlets. So like, which in red white, like you don't really have a lot of good choices that are cheap. So it's probably gonna be like a little pricey, just because I'm probably gonna want to run like Phyrexian Altar because that's like one of the only really good ones that you can play.
There's
And all Ashnod's an Altar, I know, but like it being
there.
able to sack creatures in red white is a little hard
Yeah, you kind of need something like that.
because
There,
there's plenty for just artifacts.
it's invoke stuff is kind of cool because they self sack.
That's true. All right, let's get into it then. All right, what
All
are we
right,
naming him?
so it's
The question is if there's
Hofri.
good.
Hofri Ghostforge. Spirit you control get +1/+1. Have trample and haste whenever non-token creature. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, exile it. If you do it, create it.
Back at it again.
Sure, works for me. Back at it again with the ghost of the Boros stuff. Back at it again with the red-white bands.
Okay. So Hofri. So like you said, evoke. There is I think it's like Wismare. What is the white one, right? Doesn't it like pop a and then there's also like the Vespel Arc, right? I think is a white card, Wismare. Yeah, this thing. Destroys an enchantment. Sure,
Uh,
you're a thing.
Ingot Chewer is probably pretty nifty too.
Oh
That
yeah,
that
Ingot
pops
Chewer.
artifacts, and that could be really annoying.
Yeah, I like
Do you
Ingot
want to
Chewer.
one the elephant that came with the deck, or did he come with the deck? Right?
Yeah, yeah, I'm
He's
pretty sure that was all the same deck, yeah.
Quintorius, or I think his name is
Hold on.
R.
Just trying to clean off my keyboard a little bit. Okay, so Vespel Arc, what's this thing? Is this good? Or is this just not good enough? Leaves the battlefield, target creature with power. Well, I don't know.
Uh,
So what's the name of the elephant again?
it's Quintorius, so QUINT. There he is,
Okay,
right on
there
the
it is.
top, the field destroying.
Field.
Because he does also give spirits a buff too, so that could actually get kind of big with some stuff.
Yeah, I like it.
Um,
So I was thinking like you want like the good sack outlets, so like Phyrexian Altar.
Ashnod's Altar.
Yep, Ashnod's Altar. Altar Dementia.
Now, hmm.
Nope, not Mogus. Okay, so also I'm thinking stuff like Combustible Gearhulk.
The other ones I could think of too is Spawning Pit and Blasting Station from back when, like, I remember looking at a whole bunch of different, like, sack outlets for, like, for just decks in general. Spawning Pit's the one that you sack and you get, if you put, it puts a counter on it. Once you get 3, it makes a 2/2, but it's a free sack. You don't have to pay for it.
Mhm.
Uh, Blasting Station's kind of nifty because you sack a creature to deal 1 damage to something, and then whenever a creature comes into play, you may untap it. That's any creature.
I like Blasting Station. We could probably have some sort of combo with
And
it in
then,
there.
oh yeah, well, it's if it's Blasting Station, grinding, it's Blasting Station, Salvage Station, and uh, the 1 mana living weapon is an infinite combo. Salvaging Station, yeah. So you
Yeah,
play
but I don't think it's gonna be like completely based off that. I guess.
no, but that is a combo if you're worrying about it. That's an artifact base.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'll
Because
think about that
you
after.
sack the you sack the token, um, or no, or is it grinding station? I actually think you need to use grinding over blasting. I forget which, but
What about this? This seems fun, right?
oh yeah, because then it enters, you sack it, you get the 2. Well, it enters. Oh wait, also we should just run Panharmonicon if we're running good
Oh,
ETB
totally.
stuff.
I'm thinking like hunter, like things like that, maybe.
There's
I don't
also an enchantment called Martyr's Cause. It's sacrifice a creature to prevent all damage to a creature or player from one source. It's just a 3-mana enchantment that pops stuff.
I think these are fine because I could tutor them in the colors. I'll play. I guess like.
Oh, Karamic Guide. It has Echo, which if you don't pay its Echo cost, gets to bring stuff back.
Yes, I like that.
Anointed Procession makes double the amount of tokens you get.
Does this make tokens?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Create token that's a copy.
Yes. So then definitely.
Oh, I forgot.
Really
Goblin
really
Bombardment is also a creature that sacks to do 1 damage to any target, and there's also Fanatical Devotion.
Isn't it an enchantment?
Yeah. That's right. I forgot that was like kind of a newer one. And there's another cool one's Fanatical Devotion. It's sack creature and regenerate target creature. So it's actually kind of a nifty way to like you use the protect our commander from a board wipe while also dumping something.
Okay, so some more ETB white and red stuff.
And we get
definitely the Titan, right? What's the
Sun Titan or Inferno Titan?
Yeah, and Sun Titan probably.
Terror of the Peaks is kind of nuts because that's also an ETB effect.
Yes. Guess we could do that.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, Selfless Spirit's a kind of a nice protection spell. So you sack it, creatures you control gain indestructible in the end of the turn. It's also a spirit, so it gets the buff, and when you sack it, you'll get another one as a way to protect.
Yes, I like that. The self-sacking stuff is probably pretty good.
Burnished Heart seems kind of good with him too. I like getting copies of Burnished Heart.
Also, Solemn is probably
or Solemn,
good.
yeah. Just because like we need a ways to ramp that isn't just like, oh wait, if we have a lot of like sacking or sacrificing ways, like this could be a Skull Clamp deck.
Yes.
Because we do want things to die. Oh, we could also run the Zealous Conscripts combo in this deck, and we just need another way to potentially just win. If we're just like
Zealous Conscripts.
Yeah, with Resto.
Yeah, with Resto. I can also play. We could play Kiki Jiki.
No, that's right. No, Kiki Jiki. I mean, not with Resto. It's Kiki
No,
Zealous.
there's also
Zealous also pairs
what is it
with
called?
Kiki.
That's also an ETB thing. What is it called? Zealous Conscripts.
Yes.
And then we could play Recruiter and Imperial. What's Recruiter?
Oh.
It's of the guard, right? Yeah. And then Imperial.
Oh yeah, just got a reprint too.
Yes. It's $8.
Nice. Would you want to run Keeper of the Accord in this deck?
Oh, totally. I love that card. And probably the Mangara. I like them both. I like that and the Mangara.
Oh, Wall of Omens draws us a card.
Is it the Diplomat? Yes, Wall of Omens. That's actually genius. I like Wall of Omens.
Yo, Duplicant is a pretty nasty control spell too, as with Meteor Golem.
That's good. Oh, and Meteor Golem. Oh yeah, that's true.
Because we kind of got like a wait, I'm just trying to think. Is there? I know white has ways to play get stuff out of exile, doesn't it?
Out of exile?
I know there is. It has like one. There's like one creature and like a white spell.
I know of a green one, and I know that there's like a blue spell that does it. I don't know about white.
Wait. Oh wait, what was that? No. No, okay, that's not what I was thinking of. I thought there was an Eldrazi that you could play from exile too, but I think it's actually from graveyard. I think.
We could use Displacer if we end up having enough ramp, you know? If we're going to be mostly ETB. I'm just trying to think of other good red-white ETB cards.
A pull from an attorney is put target face-up card that's removed from the game into its owner's graveyard for 1 mana. Okay, Mirror Fate almost does it. So you can sack Mirror Fate, choose up to 7 exiled face-up cards you own. Exile cards from your library, then put the chosen cards on top of your library. Not great. Rift Sweeper is the green one.
There's like Fanatic Amogus.
Runic of Redemption. That's a
what do you think about Fanatic Amogus?
Oh, is that the ETB deals damage?
Yeah, equal to the number of red permanents.
It's or, like, yeah, it's your devotion, the red. It's basically it's black merchant and gray merchant for red.
What do you think about it?
I think that could be fine. Yeah.
Okay. What about?
I gotta check up a ruling for something because now I'm thinking about something.
Are there any like white creatures that make tokens when they enter?
Yeah, Geist Honored Monk is one that makes a bunch of spirits. Oh, it makes spirit tokens.
Oh, that's actually good.
And then he gets +1/+1. Well, its powers equal to no creatures you control.
Yeah, I like that. What about like Thought-Knot Seer?
Thought-Knot Seer?
There's also this guy.
The White Cavalier or the Red Cavalier. The white one's not bad either.
I think I kind of like them both. I don't know what the other one is. Gale, I'm gonna assume. Nope. Dawn. That sounds white. Yes. Yeah, we could do that. Oh, Blades. What about Blade Slicer?
So I'm thinking, right? So the way Hofri the Ghost form, it says if whenever creature you control dies, exile it. It doesn't say if it would die, exile it, which means it does technically hit the graveyard. So card effects that like the what's that artifact? So things like Desecrated Tomb. Whenever one or more creatures leave your graveyard, you get a bat. Do trigger because it does see them leaving the graveyard. Because how it's worded, it does technically hit the graveyard because it's not a replacement. It's after it dies. So and you know creatures only technically die trigger when they're in graveyard.
What if I run Avalanche Runners, the one that pops people's lands?
Brutal.
Avalanche Riders.
Oh, we could also run High Market as a land too.
I like that.
Just these like little sack things I like because when they hit, we have multiple use ones. I mean, I don't know how big you want to make this deck, but Dockside Extortionist is a pretty nice ETB creature.
I like that idea. Oh, Guardian of Faith, my boy.
Oh yeah, it's not a terrible one either. Because we have kind of a way to reset them.
So what about Revelark?
So here's my one thing is, I feel like most of the time we are going to be exiling our creatures. I don't know how many of these we're going to be like, okay, they could stay or whatever.
What about the Molten Primordial?
But now hear me out. Here's a if we do that route. Hey, go away. Not you, my screen. What's that other Boros dude? I think he was from the same commander deck, or maybe I don't know, the Oskier, the Reconstructor, because he's the one that exiles an artifact from our graveyard. Because we're running a lot of just like shenanigans with artifacts. Actually no, I don't really like that as much.
What do you think about this? I like this.
Oh, I remember that. I ran that in I'm now the ex-wife deck.
This card is actually kind of fucking batshit in here, because they die at the end of the turn. So you're putting them in for free, and then they die at the end of the turn.
Oh yeah, Wormcoil Engine's kind of cool too.
Oh, I like that. Because that works, right? You're saying that works?
Yeah.
Okay, so... Alright, so what about...
Because you set the triggers anyways, like trigger, because like it said, our commander, it's a triggered ability when they die. It's not a replacement like... I
like this. This does like a million things.
Creature control, it does protect your creatures.
Also sacrifice a permanent, draw 2 cards.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, hold on. Oh, Knight of the White Orchid. What about all the... Yeah, let's play all those. What are all the white creatures that get lands?
Well, there's that new stupid mirror, or the map. Whatever it's called.
No, but I want the creatures.
Right.
Before we go to that. What's the other one? The 4-mana one? Core Cartographer? Is that what it's called?
Is that what the new one is called? I actually don't really remember.
The old one? Yeah. When it enters, you may search your library for a Plains card. No, there is a new one that came out recently, right?
Yeah,
I don't remember what it's called. Is it from the D&D set? Or is it before
maybe? Yo, that's actually not terrible either. Stonebound Mentor. It's whenever one or more cards leaves your graveyard, scry 1. So that does work.
Oh, here's a good one. Look. Let me know what you think about this, and then I'll listen to what you said.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah, it seems kind of good. What did you say, by the way?
It's called Stonebound Mentor. It's whenever one or more cards leaves your graveyard, scry 1.
Stonebound Mentor.
So if we're gonna like keep if anything, whenever everything dies, because like I said, we don't have a ton of way to like draw and get value.
What about... this guy? What about this dude?
Yeah, that can work. So because I think we're a super Creature Matters deck, I do like running Flawless Maneuver. That's that if we control our commander free card. It's the protection one.
And I like Akroma's Will. That card is ridiculous. I've started playing it more. This card.
Yeah.
It does literally.
Oh, what's the Heliod card that has multiple choices that just pops everything?
Oh yeah, Heliod's Intervention.
I actually like that card too. Yeah.
Yeah, Heliod's. What about Remorseful Cleric being able to exile people's graveyards?
What is that?
I like Skyclave.
Oh yeah,
Purge.
yeah. I like him a lot too. He deals with issues.
What about like playing Perforos since so many creatures are entering?
Yeah.
It's probably like a really good way to win. Oh my god, the like Solitude. Oh my god, that's good. And Fury is the other one. No, not City of Solitude. And Fury. Well, Fury only deals. That only deals damage to creatures, right? Let me see how it's worded. How the fuck is it? Here it is. Divide 4 as you no, I don't really like that.
And then the Solitude is the white one.
What is it? Oh
Solitude?
yeah, I got the white
Okay.
one.
Now, so question, say we don't have our commander. What about just running stuff like Ephemerate or like a blinking, some just like generic good blink stuff cards?
Oh, what about like Teleportation Circle? The one that's
yeah.
like constantly do it.
Because you know what, Teleportation Circle can also hit just an artifact. So if you have like a mana rock you want to pop open.
And then what's the other one? The 5-mana one?
Conjurer's Closet.
Yeah, those I like those.
Here, hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. You think of something else real quick.
Okay, I'm thinking. I like this thing. What do you think about this?
Trying not to fall. I made poor choices for the day and decided that.
Derek, does Luminous Broodmoth work? It does, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh.
Well, the thing is,
God.
I think if it's one of those things where like if we use the moth, we don't get our commander's trigger, but it does bring them back. But then that's a good thing because that gives us like another chance for it to die.
Yeah, that's
to
what
use
I'm
again.
thinking. And then the next time it dies, yeah.
So yeah, then 100% that works.
No, that seems really good. So then
I got the Americone dream.
Yes.
Making bad choices and getting ice cream when I'm supposed to be eating healthy, but today just feels like one of those days.
I mean, I could just play a Mary. I think a Mary Shepherd's just a really good recursive creature, right? Like, I kind of just, I know, like, it doesn't do anything, but, like, I think it's good to just have something that can recur.
Well, there's a lot, well, then, like, Revel Arc, oh, no, we have Karamek God already.
Because we're playing a lot of random things that can get lands, you know? Oh, this is the new one, Derek. This is the new one. Loyal, it is from, the D&D set, Loyal Warhound. This is the other one.
Oh yeah, there it is.
So probably play. Oh, Annex, the one that gives satyrs when things die. What do you think about that? The heart, this dude.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, he gives us all satyrs. Which might not be the best thing in the world, but you know, I think it's pretty good.
But the thing is,
Brian,
you can make two.
Brian's dude, Stout Arm. We can fling it at people.
Oh yeah, actually, it's another good
like
sack
that.
outlet.
Yeah, I think that's pretty funny. Like just being able to eat them at people. Okay, so here's another one. Triplicate Titan. When it dies, hold on, I'll show it to you.
Oh yeah, it's that thing that makes 3. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
What do you think? It's which is good. Tokens still technically die, right?
Yeah.
So it would make 2 copies of these, and then they would die, right? And then we would still get the token. We would get all of these tokens 3 times, right?
What die? Well, no, because well, it would die. We would get the 3 tokens, and then it would make a copy of Triplicate Titan. And when it dies, we get another 3 more of those tokens.
Well, it makes 2 copies, right?
No, it's only 1. I thought.
Oh yeah, it only makes 1. My bad. Yeah.
That's the other dude for artifacts.
Yeah, for artifacts, right? I think it's kind of okay.
So Tom, hear me out. We run Moth, we run Solemnity, and now we have infinite
Oh,
ETBs.
totally, totally. That's a great idea.
So it looks like we're more so playing the control game until we hit something that just auto wins. And
I
what's
mean,
up?
since we're not really going with a budget here.
Various protection.
Yes. Also,
Um,
like this one, Shijiri Shelter. Right? Isn't that what it's called? Yeah, this one. I like that. I like eggs. What? I think all of the stuff that returns to play is Faith's Reward or like Second Sunrise or anything. You think that that's kind of worth it?
so here's my thing with those is that if we exile our stuff, it won't bring them back, and I feel like it's pretty hard pressed for us to like not want to do that in this deck. Like I guess unless we have it in our hand, then we could be like, okay, we'll sack like 5 things, and then bring them all back. Maybe it is worth playing it in those kind of instances where we're like, yeah, because you could be in a sense where like if we have those like reanimation, those mass reanimation things, we just play around like, okay, we won't exile them, and then we'll like just sack a bunch of things, bring them all back, and then we can sack them all again.
So you like them then?
Yeah.
Second Sunrise seems super good. That's the 3-mana instant.
Yep.
It seems kind of good.
It was.
And then there's also the new if a permanent you control will leave the battlefield this turn, exile it instead, return it to the It's the new
oh, it's that
Cosmic
foretell.
Intervention.
I love that card. That card has gotten me out of so many random bananas things and like field wipes, or it sets you up with really cool blocks too. Where I've gone block, 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 and then it's like in response, Cosmic Intervention. Sure, all my stuff dies. Now they all re-enter.
Yes, I like that. Oh, Vandals. I like Vandal Blast. Also, like, board wipes seem kind of fucking stupid. Because you could just, you could probably make this variant where you play every single red and white board wipe with ETB creatures and be the worst kind of human being.
Mm-hmm.
I still think I want to play Blasphemous and maybe, either Austere Command or Cleansing Nova.
I like Austere Command a lot.
Me too. Also, we could play the MDFC, the one that pops everything. I forget what it's called. Ondu Inversion? I think it's... Yeah, that's... Yeah.
What do you feel about running, like, Outpost Siege, too, as a way to, like, dig a little bit?
I like that. We haven't even gotten to the, actual, card advantage. Because I also like... What's that? I wonder how good that artifact is going to be that you tap and you get to draw, if,
Which one?
Oh, also, a lot of the things that steal things are really good. Because, if you're playing a lot of sack outlets, you can just sack them off. So there is a creature... Also, Magus of the Wheel is kind of funny, because you get to just do it twice.
Okay, Tom. I didn't even think about this. Song of the World Soul. This is something else I didn't even completely think about, what we could also be doing. Oh my god. No, we have to play...
Wait, I haven't heard of this card. I haven't heard the name of this card in so long. Oh, no, this is different. Whenever you cast a spell, populate.
We have tokens. We have token copies, Tom.
Yeah, no,
why are we not playing all the populate stuff? Where's that? What's that instant that gives him Rootbound Defense? There you go. Creature control gain indestructible and
Rootborn Defenses.
Yeah, Rootborn Defenses. Yeah. So you're like, and the thing is, you make a copy of the token, so you get the token to enter, and it's like a copy of something big. Why haven't I think of this? I am dumb. Is there any good? I know it's like a Selesnya thing, but let's see if there's any other good populate.
There's also Cathar's Crusade.
Oh, that one's pretty gross too.
Warstorm Surge. Cathar's But the thing is our creatures are probably going to be resetting a lot.
Oh, that was almost really good.
Definitely running Bonder's Enclave.
Oh, Wake the Reflections is just a 1 mana populate. So at worst, it's like a 1 mana. I want a copy of a Worm Coil.
What is it? What is it?
Wake the Reflections.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I like the ones that have other utility. Or like ones that like can be constantly used. I don't know about just a one.
Well, the thing is, we only have one that can be constantly used. All the other ones are just one-time spells. Or are in Selesnya, we can't use them. Like Trasani. Or are green. Because Scion of Vitsugazi is the one that enters. It makes a one-white bird, then you populate. But it's only if you cast it from your hand. So we can't even use that more than once. Oh, Growing Ranks would also be good if it wasn't Selesnya.
I like War Room still, even just taking 2 and
Nope, I like War Room.
And Slayer Stronghold.
Would you want to run Sword of the Anime in this, or?
You know, it looks like we're gonna have things that get lands a lot, so probably not. But the Hearth and Home though, because it blinks.
Oh yeah, true.
That's good.
And it does both.
The beginning here instead. What is this court?
Yo, Field of Souls isn't terrible either. Whenever a non-token creature is put in the graveyard, you get a 1/1 white spirit with flying.
What about Martyr's Bond? This is kind of mean.
Whenever Mars Bond or another non-land permanent you control. Oh, jeez, that's gross. Yes, put it in. It's like it's basically for our deck. It's a really expensive Grave Pact.
So I say like Warstorm Surge also.
I'm also glad it says non-land permanent, so you can't just go fetch a shock, sack a land.
Yeah.
They were smart.
Okay, so now the question is, how do we get more draw?
So
we got Outpost Siege. There's also, isn't it like, there's another one that like steals your opponent's cards. I can't remember.
oh, you think the red one that plays the top of their card?
Yeah, it's like stolen something.
Stolen Strategy?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Yes. It's from Battlebond, I think. Yeah. Ooh, really expensive. Holy shit. Chandra, we could play Chandra's Ignition, you know? Or what's the... Is that what it's called? No, not Chandra's Ignition, right? Sunbird's Invocation.
Oh, yeah. Yo, funny thing...
A lot of big drops.
Yeah.
Is there really no more colorless creatures that do a thing when they enter?
Cool.
Shocked.
One of those, I mean, like, for colorless? There probably are. Or, like, a bunch of artifacts.
Well, yeah, there's, like... Yeah, but they don't work with him. Okay, so... Skull Clamp is probably, like, one of our best cards. So I'm saying, like, we play Enlightened Tutor. Definitely. Just because, like, Skull Clamp and some of these are just that good. Isn't there? It's hold on. Moonblessed Cleric. Is that the name of it now? What do you think about this?
You may search library for an enchantment card, reveal it, put it.
Now you have to play this correctly. You know, like
Yeah.
you can't just do it twice. But I think it's pretty good because like we have a lot of really busted enchantments. Like Derek, it tutors the anointed procession, and then the next time it gets to go, like it gets to.
Mm-hmm.
But like, or like it seems like our enchantments are good enough that like it's worth it. Plus, like it's one of the pieces of our combos. Like the enchantments seem really good. Uh, I have some interaction. We have a lot of protection. I already put in probably all the interaction we're gonna play, which is just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then the board wipes because they're actually kind of ridiculous in this. The question is, what are the other good ways to draw? Should we play that one that if you control 3 of the same name? You think that'll be good enough?
Oh, Endless Atlas. How big are our creatures? And
Wait, isn't there another white creature that just says draw card now?
Oh
What's
yeah,
the other one?
we did just get a white draw card, right?
What is it called?
I don't remember.
I'll Google it.
Cause remember, I was like, oh cool, look, another one.
Draw a card.
Don't search draw the card on MTG. You'll get like 50 pages of it.
Oh, Palace Jailer's kind of good. Wait.
Mentor the Meek is one of those other ones that draws a card, but you have to pay 1. I know there was one that was like another one that was like, oh look, it's another ETB draw card for white. There's also the Mangara Diplomat. This is whenever an opponent casts their second spell, draw a card.
Diplomat, you said?
Yeah, Mangara.
Mangara
The Diplomat.
Oh, I already have her in there.
Okay.
I think. Hold on. Yeah.
Okay.
I have her. It's also when you get attacked too. Hold on. I'm gonna look. I think it was in the new set that the white creature got printed.
Yeah, I can't remember for the life of me what it was called. Mind's Eye is like, it's not the best, but it's not the worst.
It also draws.
Oh, Priest of Ancient Lore? Is that what it's called?
Mhm.
There we go.
Okay, so I'm thinking Lithoform Engine also to just like double up on triggers to get more tokens. And then Mind's Eye. Probably as good as it gets, honestly. And then now we need some ramps. So Boros Signet.
We get Talisman of Conviction.
Talisman.
Maybe it's just worth playing like Mind Stone and Commander Sphere for the draw. Oh, you had it right there, yeah.
Arcane Signet.
And then there's both diamonds, marble diamond, fire diamond. You can do Hedron Archive if you want to draw some cards too.
I did that already.
I mean, still just run Thought Vessel just because. I mean, if we don't go full, it's still just a 2-mana drop.
Wait, what? Which one?
Thought Vessel.
Thought Vessel?
Yeah, I mean, it's even if we don't ever have an infinite hand size to worry about, it's still just it's still just a 2-mana. It's a cheap mana rock.
Before we forget, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, we got a lot. We got a lot of dual lands for this. Because Boros has a lot because we got Lorehold lands and some of the other stuff. So we get to run like Sacred Foundry, Clifftop Retreat. Battlefield Forge is a nifty one. That's the pain land. Spectator Seating. It's the Battle Bond. We get Temple of Triumph. The Nettle Verge Pathway. Also, I realized that all the pathways have people in them, like venturing. Oh, Myriad Landscape. Do we have that in there?
No, I like that though.
We get Rugged Prairie is the filter land. Sunbaked Canyon. That's the Horizon land.
Yeah.
And I think at that point, after that, we could just run basics. We still need enough basics for like all of our stuff that enters.
I think the castles are pretty good. I like the one that makes the tokens. Is it Ardenvale? Yeah, that's just good. And then the red one gives things.
Plus 1 and plus 0. Yeah, Castle Embereth.
Yeah, I don't think we really need that.
So, how would you feel about running Inventor's Fair?
I put it in there.
Okay.
20 artifacts in the deck. I think we'll live. What about the red guy? Is it Goblin? What's the name of the guy that tutors for something and puts it in your grave, like the artifact?
Oh, Goblin Welder Engineer? Or is it Goblin Welder?
I think Engineer. No, Welder's the one that puts something back only. This is the one that tutors. Yeah, I like this guy. I think he's gonna be helpful. Cause we could double tutor. Oh, speaking of that, Buried Ruin as a backup. I mean, also like playing Crucible Worlds with fetch lands is kind of good too, because then we get to abuse like Inventor's Fair and Buried Ruin. You know, I think like a couple fetch lands are okay. Boros does that a lot actually. Like Crucible Worlds gets a lot of plays as just like a way to hit your land drop every turn if you're gonna play fetches. Which I haven't really been putting fetches in my decks recently. Man, who would have thought 121 cards in a Boros deck, and I haven't even put on all the lands yet.
Well, because we're looking just for good ETB stuff and creatures, and Boros does have good creatures. It's just, I think what really holds it back is its ability to capitalize off of like some of imagine we had some of these effects on green creatures, and we get to run like the green draw packages.
This is facts. Oh, Valakut. Is it Valakut Awakening?
Yeah.
I love that card. I do actually think we should play the Magus. Like, just...
Hey, you know, he sacks himself of the Bazaar. The disc.
No, not the disc. It's not the disc.
Or is it? No, right.
It's the wheel one.
Is it Jar?
No, that's memory jar, right?
Right, yeah.
That's is it the wheel? Yeah, Magus of the wheel.
Oh, right, yeah,
Okay.
because it's wheel. Because he
So
he
I
does
think like
sacrifice himself.
yeah, so I think like having like I know it sucks to give everybody cards, but like you know giving someone a random 7, I'm like learning that is not as amazing. Like I know that we don't like giving value, but like the thing about wheeling is like it actually kind of ruins people a little bit because they spend a little bit of time. Like this is why wheeling is so good in CDH because